wase ahamba nangempela eyaphuma lapha esasikhona.
Indeed, he left, in other words, went out of where we were.
Those people that remained behind was Mkhola, Ngamane, Mabena, and other officers in the same room with you.
Laba abasala ngasemuva ke uMkhola, uNgcamane, uMabhena kanye nabanye amanye amaphoyisa babe kulelo gumbi lelo nabo.
Yeah, babe kulelo gumbi lelo.
Yes, they were in the same room.
All right, proceed. What happened?
Bakwase kwenzekani.
Baye baqhubeka belokhu bengishubha bethi angisho ukuthi ngazi ngokufa kaSenzo.
They carried on cubing me, saying that I must say what it is that I know about Senzo's death.
During the chopping, what was your response?
Sorry.
Were you able to speak, to respond at the time they were chopping you?
Ngaleso sikhathi bekushupa ke wena waphendula uthini ngamanye amagama ke njengoba bekushubhile ke wawukwisimo yini sokuthi ungaphendula ukwazi ukukhuluma.
Shuthi mabekushupa bayakushubha bekunikeza isikhathi esincane sokuthi uphendule imibuzo abakubuza yona. Mawungaphenduli ngendlela abafunayo bephinde bekushubhe futhi.
What happens is when you are being cubed, they will cube you and then give you a small or short space of time for you to respond. If you don't, or you don't respond according to how they want, then they will proceed in tubing you.
Okay, for how long did this thing happen? That small space that they gave you, tubing, demanding some response from you, how long did it take?
Konke lokhu kwathatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuthi bakushubhe bakunike isikhathi esincane sokuthi uphendule noma ungaphenduli lokho bakushoyo base beyaqhubeka konke lokho kwathatha isikhathi esingakanani.
My lord, angisasikhumbuli kahle isikhathi. My lord, ngingathi isikhathi esingakanani.
My lord, I can't remember the time well as to be able to say as to how long it took.
All right. Proceed, tell us further. What happened?
Qhubeka kusitshela ukuthi kwenzekani.
During the chopping or after the chopping?
Ngalesikhathi bekushupa noma emuva kokushupa.
Kuthe mabesaqhubeka nokungishupha kwavela futhi omunye ubaba futhi naye engimaze emva kwesikhathi owathi uMoto.
After that, my lord, a certain gentleman who was unknown to me at the time, but whom I got to know afterwards, then came and became known to me as Moto.
Yes. Did he introduce himself to you?
Why chaza kwena noma wazithula kwena?
Yeah, mabeqeda ukuma wazisha igama lakhe uthi yena ubani.
Yes, after they stopped, he introduced himself as to who he was.
During the introduction of that man to you, were these officers still in the same room with you and Colonel Moto?
Ngathi esho ke ukuthi ubani yena ke abanye laba babesekhona ke nabo kulelo office lelo.
Yebo babekhona.
Yes, they were still there.
Okay. Now you are interacting with Colonel Moto. Can you tell the court what actually that interaction all about after the introduction was, if any?
Manje ke usunaye ke uKolonel Moto ukuthi ke manje awuchaze ke manje ukuthi ukhulumisana lokho kwakumayelana nani uma kuukuthi vele kukhona enaxoxisana ngako kwakumayelana nani.
uMoto mayefika lapha yabeqeda ukuma uyangitshela ukuthi yena uMoto mayeqeda ukukhuluma lamaphoyisa bese etshela mina ukuthi ayena uMoto uze kimi ufuna ukungibuza nje imibuzo embalwa.
After he had spoken to the other police officers, Moto then came to me, introduced himself to me that he was Moto and that he would like to ask me a few questions.
What was your response to that?
Wasuphendula uthini ke wena kulokho? I then said to him, I will listen and I would answer the questions.
Yes, proceed.
He then asked me, what do you know about Senzo's death?
Yes, what was your response?
Yebo. I told him that I told him that I knew nothing about Senzo's death, that since during the day that I've been assaulted, asked about my knowledge with regards to Senzo's death, and I've been telling them that I know nothing about Senzo's death.
Moto wayephethe amaphepha esandleni sakhe.
Moto had some documents in his hand.
Yes.
Wayelibele engibuza lembuzo ebhala phansi.
As he was asking me these questions, he was writing down.
So was, according to your knowledge, was writing down what you were telling him?
Ngokwazi kwakho ke ingaba wayibhala phansi lokho wena owawumtshela kona?
Cha, angazi.
No, I don't know.
Okay. How long did it take you? You said you don't know, but immediately after he took out those documents, did he show you those documents, or he was just asking questions whilst he was in possession of those documents?
Ingaba emuva kokuthi lawo maphepha lawo esewakhiphile ke wayekubuza ke lawo wakutshengisa yini ke lawo maphepha lawo noma wayekubuza nje lawo maphepha lawo esesandleni kuyena?
Wayengibuza amaphepha ekuye.
As he was asking me, the papers were in his, the documents were in his possession.
Still in the presence of the police officers?
Ekhona amanye amaphoyisa?
Yebo ayekhona.
Yes,
All
they
right.
were present.
Did he ask you to sign this document? Did he ask you to write any statement relating to the death of Senzo Meyiwa? What happened?
Ingaba waqela yini ukuthi sayinde lapho kulawo maphepha lawo? Waqela yini ukuthi ke mhlawumbe ubhale istatement emayela nokushona kwakhe uSenzo yini kahle kahle eyenzeka?
Bayiqeda ukungibuza imibuzo. Ule elokhu ebhala phansi angimazi ukuthi wayebhala ini. Ekugcineni wasethi ufuna ukuthi ngisayine la. Ngase ngithi mina angeke ngikwazi ukusayina izandla zami ziboshelwe ngemuva.
As he was asking me questions, he would be writing, and thereafter he then requested me to sign, and then I said to him that I would be unable to sign because my hands were tied at the back.
Sorry, my lord. Okay. If your hands were tied at the back, did you able to sign any document, or what happened? Were the handcuffs loosened for you to sign the document? What happened?
Uma kuwukuthi ke njengoba usho ukuthi izandla zakho zayiboshwe ngasemuva ke ingaba mhlambe yini khona yini document noma iphepha noma amaphepha owasayinda ingabuza Nkosi khululwa yini ukuze ke ukwazi ukuthi usayine?
Yaboza Nkosi babakhulula. Ngase ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngisayine.
Yes, the handcuffs were loosened and then I was able to sign.
Okay. Was from the documents where you attached your signature, were the contents thereof canvassed to you, or were they related to you, or were they read back to you?
Ingaba lokho noma ke iphepha noma amaphepha la owasayinda lokhu okwabhaliwe kulona noma kuwona lawo maphepha lawo wakutshelwa yini noma wakufundelwa yini ukuthi ke manje njengoba usayinda lana yilokhu nalokhu nalokhu okubhalwe khona la?
Cha akaze bengitshene kusikhatona.
No, I was never informed, my lord.
So when you signed this document, were any thumbprint that were fixed on those documents?
Ingabe mawusayinda khona lapho sikhona yini isithupha esabekwa kuwona lawo maphepha lawo?
Angisakhumbuli my lord.
I can't recall, my lord.
Okay. How many pages did you sign?
Mangaka amapage wawasayinda?
Angisawakhumbuli.
I can't remember.
Did you initial any page of those documents?
Kukhona ke ukusayinda ne kube khona lokhu kokuthi ke mhlawumbe ukuthi abeka nje ama initials akho ukuthi amagama akho aqala ngibani nobani. Ingaba ke kwi document ku page ngayodwa kulawo ma page lawo ikhona la kuthiwa khona beka khona ke ama initials akho. Awukusayina kodwa manje ubeka nje ama initials.
Angisakhumbuli my lord.
I can't remember, my lord.
Okay. So now, after the signing of this document, what happened?
Usuwasayinile-ke manje lamaphepha kwase kwenzekani?
Sorry, before you get into that, what time did you, if you can remember, what time did you arrive at Deep Kloof?
Uma kuwukuthi usakhumbula-ke kwakusikhathi sini ukufika kwakho eDeep Kloof?
Isikhathi my lord angisikhumbuli ukuthi kwakusikhathi bani.
I can't remember the time, my lord.
All right. Can you remember the time you left Deep Kloof police station? Was it at night?
Oh, sorry.
Was it at night, in the evening, in the afternoon? Can you perhaps tell the court?
Owahamba ngaso noma uphuma ngaso ke manje isikhathi sona eDeep Kloof uyasikhumbula yini? Kwakusebusuku, kwakusemini, uyasikhumbula sona?
Kwakusebusuku ukuthi wawubani isikhathi angikhumbuli.
It was at night, my lord, but as to what time it was, I can't remember.
So, all right. After signing the document, what happened after?
Usuwasayinile-ke amaphepha lawo kwase kwenzekani?
Mayithi uMoto angisayina amaphepha ngithe mangicela iphoyisa ukuthi lingikhiphe ama-handcuff ye wathola ukuthi izandla zami ilimele wangibuza ukuthi hawu kanti ulimele kanti ngamtshela ngathi ngilimele.
When Colonel Moto requested me to sign the documents, and then the police officer was requested to remove the handcuffs or to loosen the handcuffs, he then noticed that I was hurt or injured. He then said, "Oh, have you been hurt?" I then confirmed that yes, I am hurt.
What is the nature of the injury?
Kwakuwukulimala okuluphi uhlobo noma ulimele kanjani?
Angilibele ngiphuma igazi la ezandleni.
I was bleeding on my hands.
Were you not swollen?
Wawungavuvukile?
Angivuvukile.
I was,
Angivuvukile kakhulu.
very much so.
So, are you saying Colonel Moto also saw that or he said something about the injuries that he observed in your hands?
Uthi uKenel Moto wakubona lokho futhi kwakhona into ayishoyo mayelana nokulimala kwakho ezandleni.
Yebo wakubona.
Yes, he saw it.
Wathela akunankinga asike siqale ngalokho okubalekile so bese sibone ukulimala kwakho.
He saw it, my lord, but then he said, okay, there's no problem, but let's start with the important aspect. We would then come back to the issue of you being injured.
All right. After the signing now, you signed the document. What after that happened?
Usayindileke manje usayinda lona-ke iphepha noma amaphepha lawo kwasemuva kwalokho kwenzekani?
Mangiqeda ukusayina bake wahanjwa futhi kwayiwa emotweni futhi.
After I was done signing, we then proceeded to the vehicles again.
Yes.
Yebo.
La baphinda baba nomhlangano khona futhi noGininda emotweni lapha.
Where they had another meeting again there at the vehicles with Gininda.
Yes.
Yebo.
Emva kwalapho ke base ngikhashwa igolf ebomvu kwakune Nissan imoto ezange esikhothayo ba ngabona sengena Valia police station.
There, my lord, I was then transported in the Red Golf. There was also a Nissan that is now formed part of the vehicles that were escorting us. And then I just noticed us driving into Valia police station.
So what happened when you arrived at Valia police station?
Kwenzekani khona eValeria?
Mangifika Valia police station ngeke ngahlala isikhashanyana emotweni bangena ngaphakathi amanye amaphoyisa amanye asala ngaphandle.
Upon arrival there, I sat in the vehicle. Some police officers got inside the police station and other police officers remained with me.
Then, at what stage were you inside the police station?
Kwaba ngayiphi-ke inkathi la ungena ngaphakathi khona e-police station?
Isikhathi angisazi my lord.
Was it after the meeting?
Usho ihlandla musuma ngesikhathi noma isiphi isikhathi noma iliphi ihlandla la khona manje usuzongena ngaphakathi khona. Angithi ukuthi kuhlezi emotweni. Manje ungene ngaliphi ihlandla-ke ungena ngaphakathi e-police station?
Mabuya lamaphoyisa bekade ngaphakathi e-police station.
When the police officers that had gone in came back, my lord.
So you were booked in?
Wase ungeniswa ngaphakathi?
Yebo ngase ngeniswa ngaphakathi.
Yes, my lord, I was then taken in.
Who booked you in?
ubani owabhuka khona lapho?
Umuntu owayekhona lapha kwawumhula, umabhena, uncamane, ulokenel lo esengimkhohliwe ukuthi isibongo sakhe.
The people that were there, my lord, was Mukhula, Mabena, Ngamane, as well as the colonel, whose name or surname I've now forgotten.
All right. Just take the court to Valia police station at the time when you arrived, when you were booked in, where the cell masters attended to your booking in, those people that are assigned to book in and out the suspects, the cell masters.
What about them, sorry?
Did they participate in you booking inside the police station?
Kunalaba ke manje abagadile noma ababhekile lapha emaselini abasebenza khona lapha umsebenzi wabo ukuthi babheka amasela. Ingaba bona babe yingxenye yini yalokho ukuthi ke ubhukwe lapha yana kuma cells ase Valia?
My lord, akaze ngibabone laba abantu labana kukhona into abayihlanganisayo na ngoba engikhumbulayo mangiqeda ukwehle emotweni umabhena uye wangithatha wahamba straight wangivalela eselini lami ngiwana afika ngahlala khona.
My lord, I did not, or I wasn't part of any of that, or I wasn't involved in any of that, where they did something in my presence. What happened is that I was taken by Mabena from the vehicle and took me straight into the cell and locked me up there.
You mentioned that you were alone in that cell.
Kushilo ukuthi wawedwa kulesi cell leso.
Yeah, bangihlalise ngiwana.
Yes, I was alone, my lord.
So on that, at the time you were booked in, I understand you said you did not see or you did not interact with the cell masters, but was there any person when you were booked in that cell who asked you whether you were assaulted or not? You had any medical problems, any injuries, any attention of a medical doctor? Is there any person who was concerned about your medical condition?
Yebo ushilo ke ukuthi laba bona abasebenza lapha emaselini ke akukho kwakuhlanganisa nabo, kodwa ke inkathi usungaphakathi ke lapho manje usuvalele, ungabe ukhona yini umuntu ke owayeza ke ezofuna ukwazi kuwena ukuthi ushayiwe yini, ulimele, ingabe ufuna ukuhlangana nodokotela yini? Khona nje umuntu owaza ezokubuza lokho noma
Oweza wazongibuza ekseni ukuthi ngi-right noma ngangibuzanga imibuzo inkosi enkantolo ebuzayo. Wangibuza ukuthi ngi-right ngamtshela ukuthi mina ngishayiwe, wathi ngishawe ngobani, ngathi amaphoyisa bengilethe la. Wathi akawabonanga.
Okay. The person that came, my lord, although the person never asked me in the manner in which you are now asking me, is the person that came in the morning, asked me if I was okay. I then said that I was assaulted. I wanted to know who assaulted me. I then said to the police officers who brought me here. That person then said, but I didn't see those police officers.
Yeah. Wathi uzobuza ukuthi amaphoyisa angilethela ngobani.
The person then said that he or she was going to inquire as to who were those police officers who brought me there.
Mayebuya uyangitshela ukuthi hayi lamaphoyisa angilethile la amaphoyisa amakhulu kunabo ngeke bekwazi ukuthatha into eshuwe yimi njengamanje.
The person then came back and said to me that the police officers that brought me there were police officers that were much senior to him or to her, and that they cannot take what I was telling them.
Okay. All right. Let me just be specific about you having been booked in the cell. An occurrence book, which was signed by Sergeant Mkhula, and says you were booked in without injuries. According to you, that is not true.
Lana ke ngokubufakazi ke noma ke incwadi ke kule incwadi eyisayindwayo ke zalapha yana emaselini esayinwe ngushoka ke umkhula ukuthi uma ngabe ubhuka noma ufakwa lapha yana ke uvalelwa khona wawungalimele, kodwa ke wena uma uphendula lokho uthi akusilona iqiniso lokho.
Akusilona iqiniso.
That's not true.
Okay. Let us move on. Now you were booked in. That was the 30th, I think the early hours of the 1st of June. of the 31st of May. Because you arrived there after 12. So what happened on the 31st of May?
Uma kwenzeka ke lokho noma usubhukwa ke laphana ke kwakusentatha kusa ke manje nge-31 zika May 2020. Kwenzekani ke ngalela langa la nge-31 zika May 2020?
Kwafika uMabhena nomunye ubabe ngamazi kulesa sikhathi sa engimaze sekuhamba isikhathi ukuthi umhani.
Mabhena arrived and a certain unknown gentleman, or the gentleman was unknown to me at the time, but later on became known to me as Mukhane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bangifica ngilele bafike bathi asambeni.
They found me sleeping and then they said, let's go.
Meaning, were you booked out by them from the cell that you were sleeping in?
Ibona bakhipha kwi-cell le kulona.
Yebo yiyo.
Yes, it's them.
Okay, what happened thereafter?
Kwase kwenzekani ke?
Ngavuka bangifaka ama-handcuff ngemuva.
I then got up, woke up, and then they handcuffed me at the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bahamba bangifaka emotweni.
They took me to the vehicle.
Yes. What vehicle was that?
Yiphi leyo moto?
Kwakuyi-Fortune.
It was a Fortuner.
What color was it?
Mbala.
Yayimhlophe.
It was white.
Driven by who?
Yayishayelwa ubani?
Umhani.
Mukhane.
Okay. So after you were taken inside that motor vehicle, where did you go?
Ngaphakathi ke kuyona imoto leyo naya kuphi?
Angikhumbuli abantu abathi babe ngisakuphi mina.
I can't remember as to where those people were taking me to.
Okay. What happened?
Kwase kwenzekani?
Sasihamba nje indawo eziningi so into ezazenzeka ngingazazi angikhumbuli sidalo nje.
We were going to a lot of places, things that were happening, things that I cannot remember.
But those places, do they relate with what is alleged against you?
Kodwa ke indawo lezo khuluma ngazo noma ushoke ukuthi indawo ongazazi ke kodwa ingabe futhi le ndawo yayihlangana yini noma ihambelana nezinsolo lezi eingakuwena noma abakubeka zona. Lasihlangana yini lezo ndawo lezo nezinsolo lezi abayishoyo ngakuwena?
Cela ungiphindele umbuzo
Can you repeat the question?
All right. You say they took you to different places.
Uthi bakuthatha bakuhambisa kwindawo ezahlukile.
Those places where they took you to,
Indawo lezi ababekuthatha bekusa kuzona.
were they related to the allegations about the death of Senzo Meyiwa?
Kwakhona yini okuhlanganisa lezo ndawo lezo abakuthatha bekusa kuzona ezahlukene kanye nezinsolo lezi abayibeka ngakuwena zokushona noma zokubulala uSenzo Meyiwa? Kwakhona ukuhlangana yini noma ukuxhumana yini phakathi kwalezo ndawo lezo kanye nezinsolo lezi?
Nkosi enkantolo angazi akukho engikwaziyo ngalapho ba yibo ababehamba bengithatha bengisala bangisakhona ukuthi babesuke beyongenzisana ukuthi kwawenziwani lapho anginalo ulwazi.
My Lord, I don't know. I have no knowledge because they are the ones who would take me to those places. As to what would be happening there, as to all the reason of going there, I don't know.
Okay. On the 31st of June, on the 31st of May 2020, other than those places, those different places, is there anything peculiar that was done to you in relation to the allegations?
Ngaphandle kweindawo lezi osushilo ke ezahlukile ababekhatha bekusakuzona ke ngazo i31 lezi zika May 2020 ukhona yini okwenzeka kuwena nje ngazo lezo i31 lezo mayelana nazo insolo lezi nge31 zika May?
Angisakhumbuli lutho, my lord.
I can't remember anything, my Lord.
All right, let's get into the 1st of June.
Asiyeke manje ke kumhla wokuqala kuJune.
What happened on the 1st of June?
Yini eyenzeka ke ngomhla wokuqala kuJune?
Do you remember?
Usakhumbula?
Did you appear in court?
Ngaba wavela yini no wayibingelela yini manje?
Yebo nkosi enkantolo ngaye court.
Yes, I went to court, my Lord.
Which court was that?
Yiphi yona?
Ethembisa court.
Thembisa court, my Lord.
So when you appeared, did you appear before a magistrate? In court?
Ingabe wavela yini phambi kwemanje?
Yebo ngavela phambi kwemanje.
Yes, I did, my lord.
Okay. Did you apply for bail?
Wasenza yini noma wasifaka yini isicelo sebail?
Yebo.
Yes.
Was it a formal application or you requested to be released on bail?
Ingabe ukuthi ke kwakuhlezi inkantolo kunomeli kunomshushisi kunofakazi wayekhona noma nje kwakuthi uyicelele nje ngomlomo wanikhulumela noma kwakuyisicelo ngathi nje sasiformal into kwesenziwe enkantolo?
Mangifike enkantolo ngacela isicelo sokuba nommeli.
When I appeared in court, my lord, I requested or made an application to be legally represented.
Do you mean legal aid application?
Legal aid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then what was your second request?
Esesibili isicelo wasenza?
Yase laselithi lawyer licela ukuthi sibuye nge-8.
The legal representative then requested for the matter to be adjourned till the 8th.
For what?
Is that to?
Sizofaka isicelo sebail.
To bring forward a bail application or to for a formal bail application, my lord.
Okay. We'll get into the 8th of June. Let's get now on the 2nd. The matter was then adjourned to the 8th of June for formal bail application. What happened on the 2nd of June?
Sizofika ke kuzo i8 lezo. Ngalelo langa ke manje ne lomhla oqala kuJune la seyicala lahlehliswa zona i8. Manje kwilanga elilandelayo ke ngazo i2 zika June yini eyenzeka?
Ngisakhumbula my lord.
I can't remember, my lord.
Okay. Let me just put it this way. Were you booked out? I think it's Valia police station. Were you booked out with the purpose of pointing out a traditional healer?
Ingabe bakhipha yini ngenhloso yokuthi uhambe uyokhomba inyanga?
Cha angibazi inhloso yabo.
No, I don't know
Angikhumbuli indaba yenyanga.
their purpose. I can't remember anything about traditional healer.
But can you tell the court about the day in which you were taken to Dobsonville to a particular mkhulu in Dobsonville?
Objection, my lord.
Sorry.
You know what? I've been quiet.
I beg leave to withdraw.
No, since we started, this is not how you lead a person in chief. He has to relate the story, but now you're cross-examining him.
My lord,
No, you go on. I just didn't want to interfere, but I can tell you now, that's not how you lead evidence in chief. Okay.
thank you, my lord. So, on the 1st of June, can you please tell the court what happened thereafter?
Ngomhla oqala kaJune ngatshela inkantolo ukuthi yini eyenzeka ke emuva kwalokho.
I1 June ngayi court.
On the
Abuya.
first, sorry.
Bangikhipha inhloso zabo ukuthi babe ngisapha ngibazi.
On the 1st of June, my lord, I went to court. I came back, and then when they booked me out, my lord, as to what their purpose was, I don't know.
Proceed.
Qhubeka ke.
Kwaba zi5 baphinde bafika bangikhipha futhi emaselini.
And then it was the 5th, my lord. I was then booked out again from the cells.
Bangithatha bangisa kwenye indawo eFosforus.
They took me to some place in Phosphorus.
Proceed.
Yebo.
Mabefika khona baphinde bafike bangishupha khona bangishaya bathi bafuna ngibabonise la esasikhona sibulala khona isenzo.
Upon arrival there, my lord, they choked me again. They assaulted me and said to me they wanted me to go and show them where we were when we killed Senzo.
Yes.
Ngabatshela ukuthi mina ngaze ngimbulala uSenzo angimazi nokuthi uSenzo wafela kuphi.
I then informed them that I've never killed Senzo. I don't even know as to where Senzo died.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Bangithatha bangisa kwenye indawo engazi ukuthi ayibhalwe Albertine.
They then took me.
Ngathi police station.
They then took me to this other place. It was written Albertine, my lord. It looked like a police station.
Yes.
Baye bangivalela kuleya ndawo leya. Isikhashanyana kwafika umunye ubaba wafika wangivulela lapha.
They locked me up in that place for some time, my lord, and a certain gentleman arrived there and opened up for me.
Proceed.
Babuye bangifaka insimbi bangifaka kwelinye office khona lapha.
They then handcuffed me, my lord, and put me in some other office there.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Loya baba loya wathi ngigumule impahla.
That gentleman ordered me to undress, my lord. Yeah.
Yes.
Wangilayela ukuthi mabe sengigumule impahla angime kanjani omunye engishuthi.
And he also instructed me or told me that as I undressed or took off my clothes, as to how I should be positioned as the other one was taking pictures of me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shuthi engimisa ngendlela engimisa ngayo engishutha wasetha ngigqoke ke.
And he would then position me in a particular way, my lord, and then take pictures, and thereafter told me to get dressed again.
Yes.
Waphinde wathi angime kanje futhi waphinde wangishutha futhi omunye.
And again would tell me as to how to be positioned, and then the other one take pictures again.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Baphinde bathi ngiphume ngiye emotweni. Bafike nasemotweni baphinde bathi ngime eduze kwesivalo semoto baphinde bangishutha futhi.
I was then told to go to the vehicle, and at the vehicle I was then informed or told to stand next to the door of the vehicle, my lord, and then pictures were taken again.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Baphinde bathi ngene emotweni baphinde bangishutha futhi.
And then told to get inside the vehicle again, pictures were taken.
Yes.
Sahamba imoto yafika kwenye indawo yafike yama.
We then,
Bathi angehla.
we then proceeded, my lord, and then at a particular place, the vehicle came to a standstill, and I was told to alight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Babethi angehla omunye ethi angikhombe phansi omunye engishutha futhi.
As I was then told to get out of the vehicle, the other one instructed me to point down, the other one took pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baphinde bathi angene emotweni futhi.
Again, I was told to get into the vehicle. Yeah.
Yes.
Baphinde futhi bathi angehle kwenye indawo futhi bathi lo omunye waphinde wangiyalela futhi ukuthi angikhombe phansi futhi waphinde ngakhomba lo omunye wangishutha.
Again, at a certain place, I was instructed to get out. I was instructed by another one to point down, and the other one took a picture or pictures.
You may proceed.
Yeah, ungaqhubeka.
Baphinde bathi angene emotweni saphinde sahamba futhi ngabona sesibuyela kule ndawo besikade sikuye ekuqaleni.
I was then told to get into the vehicle again. We then drove, and then I saw us going back to the initial place where we were.
Le ngathi police station sengathi yase Albertine.
The one that looked like or resembled a police station in Albertine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bathi angehle futhi baphinde bangishutha baphinde bangibuyisela kule ndawo leya engathi office baphinde bafike bangishutha futhi.
There, I was told to get out. Pictures were taken again. I was told to get into the vehicle. We went back to that place that looked like an office, and then again a picture or pictures were taken.
Proceed.
Yeah.
emva kwalapho bathi angihambe futhi ngibuyele emotweni.
From there, I was then instructed to get back into the vehicle.
Yes.
Kula imoto sizo driver umhane le besifike ngayo bese bengithatha futhi bengibuyisela eValia station.
That's where then I got into the vehicle that we came with, that was driven by Mukhane. That's when I was then taken back to Valia police station.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Emveni kwalapho ngicabanga ukuthi ikho beku ngoba nge-8 ngabuyele court futhi.
Because my lord, on the 8th, I think that after that was that, and then on the 8th I then went back to court.
Then what happened?
Uxolo ngicela ukulungisa lapho senkantolo nge-6 baye bangithatha bangisekhaya futhi.
May I just rectify this, my lord? On the 6th, I was taken home again.
Proceed.
Yeah.
On the 6th, what happened?
Nge-6 June bangithatha bangisekhaya eMahlabathini.
So on the 6th of June, sorry, but they took me home to Mahlabathini. Yeah.
Bafike ekhaya bafike basesha futhi ekhaya.
On arrival at home, they searched.
Yes.
Yeah.
Base bekhuluma nobaba basezakini mafika ngitshela ukuthi lamaphoyisa ayangishaya athi mina angabulala uSenzo kodwa ngiyazi lento leyo.
They spoke to my father. My father came to me. I informed my father that these police officers were assaulting me, accusing me of having killed Senzo, and I told them that I knew nothing about that.
Is your father reachable?
Uyatholakala ubaba wakho?
Njengamanje.
As in now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Proceed.
Correct.
After you told your father?
So masiqeda sabuya ke sesegoli futhi.
When we were done there, we then came back to Gauteng.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kwase nge-8 ngiyahamba ngecourt.
And then on the 8th, I then went to appear in court.
Then what happened in court?
Kwase kwenzekani enkantolo?
Ngafika enkantolo ngarimindwa ngabuya ngaphinde ngabuyela nge-10 June.
The matter was postponed. I went back and then was back in court.
July.
Sorry, 10 July.
Ngabuyela nge-10
And
July.
then the matter was remanded till the 10th of July.
Then what happened? Did you attend on the 10th of July?
Why enkantolo nge-10th of July?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Tell court what happened.
Tell enkantolo kwenzekani?
Ngangisahambela indaba ebhekile ngafike ngatshena icourt yaseThembisa ukuthi ngicela bengisuse ema-police station bengisuse eSilverton ngoba bese ngise-Silverton bengisuse e-police station bengise-police station ngoba bengise ejele ngoba lamaphoyisa aphenye icala alibele ayangishaya and mayetholi isikhathi angithatha noma ngobani isikhathi e-police station ehambe nami.
When I appeared in court on that day, I then requested the court, because I was still attending court for a bail application, my lord. I requested the court that I be removed from a police station to a prison, my lord, because the investigators or investigating team were assaulting me, and each and every time they would just take me out, my lord.
Yes.
Or book me out. Yeah.
Was your request adhered to?
Ingabe isicelo sakho salalelwa yini?
Yeah, i-court yasilalela sithatha isinqumo sokuthi angihambe ngemoto yami.
Yes, it was adhered to, and then the court then took a decision that I be taken to Moto.
Yes. What happened after the matter was postponed?
Icala selihlehliswe ke kwenzekani?
Ngahamba ngaye emoto yami. ngafika ngahlala khona akukho okunye okwenzakala emva kwalokho okwenziwa amaphoyisa.
I was then taken to Moto and then that's where I remained, my lord, and nothing then happened thereafter that was done by the police.
Okay. In relation to this matter of Senzo Meyiwa, do you remember when were you charged?
My lord, nale cala leliki elika Senzo Meyiwa, ngabe usakhumbula yini ukuthi uma uchajelwa lona le cala leli kwakunini?
Yebo ngiyakhumbula.
Yes, I do remember.
Please tell the court.
So tell enkantolo.
Ngachajwa nge-26 July ngichajelwe Phosphorus
On the
police station.
On the 26th of July, it was at Phosphorus police station. Ngawuphi unyaka?
2020.
26 July 2020.
So you were charged. Who charged you?
Ucharjwa ubani?
uGinenda.
By Gininda.
Then what happened after that?
Kwase kwenzekani ke emuva kwalokho?
Maye ngichaja wayenamanye amaphoyisa e-ofisini lase-Phosphorus emva kwalapho bangithatha bangibuyisele ejele.
When he charged me, he was in the company of other police officers in that office, and then after that, I was taken back to prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened?
Kwase kuthi nge-26 October bafika beletha amaphepha iphepha lama-right beletha iphepha abathi i-J50.
And then on the 26th of October, my lord, they then came bringing some documents. Firstly, it was the documents with regards to the rights, as well as the J50, a document referred to as the J50.
Bangitshela ukuthi kusasa kufanele ngenkantolo.
Informed me that the following day I would have to go to court.
Yes.
Yebo.
Ngahamba nge-day ilandelayo ngahamba ngaye court.
Indeed, on the following day, I went to appear in court.
What happened after you appeared in court?
Emuva kokuthi ke usubingeleleke manje kwenzekani?
Abingelele imanje base bethi bazosinikeza ama-lawyer sahamba ke sabuyela ejele.
Appeared in court, we were then informed that we would be provided with legal representatives, and then we were remanded back into custody.
All right. So, the state has led evidence that you made a confession freely and voluntarily in your sane and sober senses, and you were not subjected to any inducement. What is your comment on that?
Umbuso ke lethe ubufakazi noma uthuleke ubufakazi ke noma amagama kubizwe ofakazi ke ukuthi lana wena ke wagonyuluka ungaphoqiwe ungekho nje lutho eyenziwa kwena noma mhlambe kube nomthelela ongasimuhle owabakhona kwena kwakuphuma kuwena wawukhululekile nkathi ukwenza lokho uthini ke wena kulokho?
Cha angaze ngikhuleke Nkosi enkantolo ngicela ukuyicacisa la.
Okay.
Konke-
Asithathe kancane ke. No, my lord, I was it never happened freely. May I just explain? Yebo, singayijahi ngiyacela ne.
Konke okwenziwe kimi kwangesiyona intando yami.
Everything
Nokwenziwe nawumbotho kwangesiyona intando yami.
Okay,
Kwangezikho ukuthanda kwami.
Everything that happened to me, my lord, was not out of my own free will. Even that which happened with Moto, it was never out of my own free will, my lord. Yebo.
Ngangihlukunyeziwe ngangethukile futhi since besikhombe ngebhambe ezinkulu lokhu ngibuza imibuzo kusuka ekseni kuze kuyoshaya ikhathi eshaya kushona ilanga.
I was abused, my lord, pointed with firearms from the morning up until late in the evening.
Akukho engakwenza ngithi mina ngwenze engakwenzayo ngangikwenza mangisayina ngangiphephisa impilo yami ngoba wayengekho umuntu lapha owayesesayidini lami nomuntu wayefisa ukungisiza. Umuntu wayelapha wasekufana ukuthi amagulesi empilweni yami.
Ngifisa ukusho konke lokushoyo ne. Ngicela ukusho kancane nongajahi sezana. anginqandi ukuthi ungakusho. Whatever I did, my lord, I did it in order for my own safety, to save my own life. There was no one there amongst them who was on my side or protecting me. Yebo.
Kwakuthi nabantu engibatshena ukuthi abantu bangishaya nabo babefana nabantu abangishayayo nabo babengekho usiza abanginikeza lona.
Even those to whom I would report that these people are assaulting me, it was like the same as if they were also assaulting me, because there was no assistance that came from them.
Amaphoyisa engisabisa ngangithuke kakhulu futhi.
The police were threatening me, and I was in shock.
Is there anything?
Khona okunye?
Bengisho konke kwenzekile kule case ngize ngiyoboshwa ngiboshwe into engayazi. Amaphoyisa ayengithusela engishaya engihlukumeza ngayo yonke indlela umqondo wami ngokuphazamisekile kakhulu.
Everything that happened in this matter, my lord, were even leading up to my arrest, was arrested for something that I know nothing about, and I was being assaulted by the police, and I was also fearful, and I was also in shock.
About you told the court about the event of the 5th of June, where you said you were taken to another place in Phosphorus. Did you ever point out
Ushilo ke mayela nalokho kwenzeka ngazo i5 zika June la uthi khona ke wasiwa ePhosphorus, ingaba khona la yini owakhomba khona?
Ngasiwa ePhosphorus ngafike ngashawa ngabuyisela eAlbertina, akukho la engangikhomba mina khona ngithi ngifuna ukukhomba. Kwakuthiwa ngenza ukuthi ngase ngenza into eyisho amaphoyisa ukuthi angiyenze.
I was taken to Phosphorus, I was assaulted, taken back to Albertine. I was doing that which I was being instructed to do by the police officers, my lord.
Thank you, my lord. That concludes my examination.
Thanks, sir. Yes.